I just made a quick 10 bands, yeah. I just put up in a lamb. I just put up in that big boy tongue, I don't got no mercy.
Amen, Thompson.
They skipped the college step and they're playing against pros.
This is a high-level play right here.
Ausar Thompson, shot, goal!
The 2023 NBA Draft is just a few days away, and here at League Bound, we are so excited for all the draft festivities. All this time covering these soon-to-be NBA pros this past season will finally come to fruition as these young men take the stage and find out which franchise believes in them to turn things around. What's going on, guys? I'm Jake Schrantz, and in today's video, we'll be examining two of my favorite prospects in this year's field of future pros, Amen and Ausar Thompson. These two guys are arguably the best athletes in the 2023 class, which is not something to just look over. In a field of players like Scoot Henderson, Victor Wembanyama, and others, the Thompson Twins are considered locks for the top 10 in this year's draft. Let's start with Amen Thompson. He's a 6'6", 6'7" combo guard who can do virtually all things on the offensive end. One of his main skills is his ability to handle the ball as the lead guard for his team. This skill set will be essential for Amen's ability to transition into the NBA, as the league is always looking for that next guard who can handle the ball and lead an offense. And I believe that Amen Thompson could be that guy. After Scoot Henderson, he is generally believed to be the next best lead guard in this year's draft class. Amen has great positional versatility, as he can potentially play the 1 or the 2 with his height and length. He averaged over 16 points per game in the Overtime Elite League this past season, but I don't think he needs to be the primary scorer to be an effective player at the next level. Amen has flashed some pretty high-level passing skills this season in the OTE, and whether or not the teammates knocked those shots down was a different story. But the passing is something that I believe in when it comes to Amen Thompson. Let's move over to Ausar Thompson now. Just like his brother Amen, I believe that he can be very special at the next level. Ausar is coming into the NBA at around the same size as Amen, just around 6'6", 6'7". He can move really well and attack the rim too. However, Asar's greatest strength in the future may come with his shooting ability. Now, I have to admit, when you look at the numbers this season for both Amen and Ausar Thompson, shooting doesn't appear to be one of their biggest strengths. However, Ausar hit at least one three-pointer in 10 of the 16 games that he played this season, and in 6 of those 10, he hit more than one. We've seen other players come into the NBA, even other players with Ausar Thompson's physical archetype, that have developed jump shots over time. I think of players like Jaylen Brown, a guy who came into the NBA with very similar shooting numbers to Ausar, as you see here. We obviously know what Jaylen Brown has turned into, a 2-time All-Star and even a second-team All-NBA player this season. If Ausar can develop along a similar path, I think we may be in store for another fantastic talent on the wing coming into the NBA. Now, at the time of recording this video, the 2023 NBA Draft has yet to take place, and here are the teams who may be focused on picking up Ausar or Amen Thompson on Thursday's draft. You see the Houston Rockets, who may be looking for their next guard to lead them into the future. Amen could very well be the pick there at number 4. However, if things change from what the most recent mocks have been saying, I would not be surprised to see the Thompson Twins make their way to Orlando, Indiana, or even Washington, especially after the big news dropped this week about Bradley Beal likely being on the move over to Phoenix. But one of my favorite things about both these young men is that they seem extremely coachable. There was a great video of them working out with Mike Miller to shore up their jump shooting form, and they are already taking the steps toward becoming more well-rounded players, which is something that you can't say for all NBA talent. They appear to be very mature for their age in the interviews that I've seen with them. Both Amen and Ausar Thompson don't turn 21 until January of next year. Their highlights this past season are some of the best in this draft class. They both have displayed immense ability to break down their defender one-on-one and attack the rim. Both Amen and Ausar have hit game winners and seem to have that clutch gene in them. This is one of my favorite highlights right here, as you see Ausar Thompson even hit the clutch 3 on the left wing to win the OTE championship game, a shot that was assisted by his brother Amen. All in all, I feel that both Amen and Ausar Thompson have huge potential to become great players for a long time in the NBA. I will be watching very closely on Thursday's draft to see which teams pick up the brothers. At this point, I think it will be up to the coaching at the next level to help continue the development of these fine young players. With the teams in the top of this year's draft, such as the Houston Rockets, who just picked up Ime Udoka as their next head coach, they will need to be there for these two great prospects as they face the ups and downs of their first NBA season. If you can't wait for the NBA draft and are looking for more content, keep it locked here on League Bound. We'll have more great coverage of the NBA draft and all the prospects moving forward. If you would like to see more about the Thompson Twins, go ahead and check out the description of this video. We'll have the interviews, highlight clips, and everything else you'll need to know about them heading into the draft. But that's going to do it for me. Make sure you guys leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. And thanks for watching. This is Jake Schrantz, signing off.